Hey guys, it's Manny Tall, and today I have the Brevite Jumper backpack, and the timing couldn't have been any better for this. I just came back from a trip using this backpack, and I wanted to share with you what I pack and what makes this backpack so much different from the ones that you see online and the ones you find in store, and why Brevite is just so great. Also, heads up, I'm not getting paid to make this video. I'm not sponsored, so all the opinions that you hear in this video are of mine, but I thought it would be fun to show you what I like to pack in my videos and some of the different configurations that you can get with this backpack. So let's get straight into it. So this is the Brevite with the Jumper model. So the Jumper is probably one of the more popular models of Brevite. And the reason why it's so popular is because it's tailored towards people who like to carry equipment, specifically cameras as well as laptops. And the amount of space you get is actually surprising from a bag that looks like a typical 25-liter backpack. Now, I do want to start off for the laptop, and specifically the one thing a lot of manufacturers overlook is actually the padding on the back. So up here vertically, you have a laptop slot where you can put up a 15-inch laptop in here. Now, I have my 13-inch MacBook Pro, which pretty much weighs nothing, but even then, with most backpacks, when you put a laptop on, especially in the back compartment, it seems to dig into my back. Here, the padding is actually really nice, and it feels like you're actually carrying nothing. So that is a huge plus that this company did not overlook at all. Now, the biggest selling point for the Brevite Jumper is actually the front compartment here. And when you take the zipper down and you roll it down, you see that you get different compartments to put in your camera gear. And the coolest thing is that all these compartments are Velcro based. So you can actually remove these and put them in however you like. So if you have a larger DSLR camera or mirrorless camera, if you're shooting full frame, you probably want to organize it in a way where you get more compartment space, but everything here can be taken apart to your liking, which gives you so much flexibility. And I'll show you how I organize my stuff when I pack for my trip and how I pack for my recent trip to Portugal. This, along with the ability to open up from the side. So if you want to carry equipment and you need to access it immediately, you can actually grab it from the side here. So there's so many different ways to access this backpack, which is really convenient, and it helped me so much on my recent trip. And of course, above the camera compartment, you have a regular half slot compartment where you can pack whatever you need. So whether it be garments, clothing, shoes, or additional accessories that you don't want to fit down here, they can all go in this slot up here. And another cool thing is within this slot, you actually have additional zippers. So you can actually store accessories like wires, cables, small things that you don't want rolling around into this backpack. Now, this backpack has lots of zippers and lots of other storage area. So on top of the camera compartment here, you actually have more room to put more stuff in. So whether it be, like I said, cables, a smartphone, a tablet, or like writing pads, pretty much anything you can fit in a regular compartment like this, you can throw in here. So let's get straight to the packing, and I'll show you what I usually take on my trips and what are my daily go-to things to use. Now, first and foremost is my trusted M1 MacBook Air. I've been using this for 3 years, and this is the laptop I recommend pretty much anyone buy, even to today. And this goes straight into the laptop compartment on the bag. It slips right in, and we can zip it right up. And like I said, with the padding, you won't feel this rubbing on your back, and it won't be uncomfortable to walk with. Now, whenever I travel, I always bring my little trusted tech pouch with me, and this saves me so much space because not only can I put everything in this little pouch here, this can go straight into the backpack and saves me even more space in there. So in here, I have travel adapters. Of course, I have my MacBook Pro charger, which I'm going to need to charge my laptop. And of course, I can't go anywhere without my AirPods. Now, I love traveling with AirPods because these are so compact. Over-the-ear headphones are great, but if you're traveling, especially on a limited budget, or if you travel with carry-on only on airplanes, you want to save as much space as possible. So I can put everything in here. Everything is safe, and this just goes into the front compartment of the backpack. So this goes into the front compartment here, and I'm pretty much done with most of my travel accessories. Now, of course, when you are flying and you are on long flights, you want to keep something for you to be entertained throughout that entire flight. And I like handheld gaming devices, whether it's my Nintendo Switch or now more recently this Asus ROG handheld. This will keep me entertained on those long flights, especially those grueling 6 to 7 hour flights where you have nothing to do, and when the on-plane entertainment just isn't there. So this goes straight into the front compartment as well and fits without any issue. Now, of course, the whole reason why the Brevite Jumper is so popular is its compartments for cameras, and I've mentioned that before, and I always bring a camera setup with me. Now, for the sake of this video, the camera that I always bring with is the one I'm using currently to shoot this video with, but I'm going to give you an equivalent with my old Nikon D3400. I don't really shoot with this. Like I said, I shoot with the A6400, but this is still a good starter camera for you guys. Now, other than the camera, I always bring 2 lenses with me. One is a 16mm that I'm using right now to shoot this video. 16mm is great for landscape shots, and it gets you to cover as much landscape area as possible into a single picture, but also this Sigma 30mm lens. Now, the 30mm is great for portraits. Now, with a crop, obviously you get that 1.5 effect. So if you're on a crop, multiply that by 1.5. So this is a 45mm equivalent. But when taking pictures, especially taking pictures when you're in cool spots like Madeira and Lisbon or Porto, where I recently was, these lenses come in super clutch. So I'm going to show you how I organize my camera system, my backpack, and some other accessories that I take with me. So the way I have my compartment set up is that like a camera sits at the bottom. So I have the Nikon, but this is the equivalent to my 6400 that would go here. Of course, my 16mm would be sitting right here next to it. It is a quite bulky lens, and I like the bulk of it to sit at the bottom because you don't want to bring any of this stuff down because it is removable and it does have a little bit of flex to it. And on top here, I have my 30mm that sits there. So you can easily actually put 2 more lenses here if you're into shooting. And even if you have a larger camera, you can actually get it. I have lots of space actually next to this camera here. So there is so much room here. But the one last thing that I always like to bring with me, and that is always clutch, is the rain cover, as well as a mobile SSD to store all my stuff. And I'll show you what that rain cover looks like. So this is the rain cover for the Brevite. Now, what is rain cover? Pretty much self-explanatory. This is a weather resistant backpack, but to make sure your stuff doesn't get soaked if you're ever caught up in the elements, this rain cover will protect your backpack and pretty much drip all the rain off. So it's actually a self-contained unit like this. It's just one large cloth, and you get this large elastic band that goes over the backpack, and I'll show you how it goes over and why I love it and why you should get one if you end up getting the Brevite Jumper. Now, to put on the rain cover, it's super simple. You want to look at this as the top, and you just flip it on the top like this and just stretch it across the entire backpack like such. And you're good to go. And you also get your straps that are so easily worn, and now your backpack and everything inside won't get wet. So I mentioned that there are 2 things that I always travel with outside my laptop and the camera systems, and that is this Samsung SSD. Now, this is actually the T7, and it has 3000 megabytes of read and write. So one of the great things about this is rather than taking up all the space on my laptop, I like to store all my pictures and videos on this. So not only can I store stuff on here, it's actually fast enough that I can edit off of it. I'll throw a link for this in the description, but this T7 is actually readily available at Best Buy, Future Shop, or Walmart, or pretty much any online distributor. So if you want an SSD and you're looking for something fast and cheap, this is the way to go. Now, last but not least, I always travel with a portable charging block. Now, most charging blocks can be bulky and they require wire to charge your phone, so from one end to the other. But the great thing about this one that I use, it's the MOFT unit, and it's so cool. It's so small and compact. It has an LED to indicate how much charge it has. It has a USB-C charger here to fast charge. I don't know if you can get that in motion. There it is. But it is magnetic. So these are made for iPhones. So all you got to do is when your phone is running low on battery, just slap it on the back and it'll start charging wirelessly. It is so cool. It sticks to the phone well, so you don't have to worry about falling off. But MOFT makes this incredible unit, and I absolutely recommend it to anyone, especially for those who have iPhones. Super clutch. I'll actually post a link to that as well in the description. Now, the MOFT unit here is actually 3400 milliamp hours, so that means you can charge your phone up to 2 times. So if you're out and about and you don't have access to an outlet, you don't have to worry about your phone ever running out of juice, as long as you have this thing on you. But other than that, that's it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I actually have my Portugal vlog dropping soon, so Just recently, we were in the island of Madeira as well as Porto. We went to Portugal last year and I promised that we'd do it again, so that vlog will be dropping relatively soon. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you want more content regarding travel, backpacks, or just regular travel vlogs, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. But until next time, I'm out. Peace.